Sports! Welcome to West Nale Virus. My name is Caleb.
Hi.
That is Josiah. We make
Yes.
West Nale Virus.
Yes, we do.
We are proud that you are here listening, and you are officially now a part of the virus that is called sports. You've probably been a part of that virus. Yeah. You've probably had that virus for a while now. We got the bug a long time ago. Today, we are going through our preseason predictions for the NFL season.
Yes.
NFL season starts in like 2 or 3 days. It's coming quick.
Tomorrow, I think. No, not tomorrow. Day after tomorrow. Day after tomorrow. Sorry.
Cowboys, Buccaneers. So we got to get this episode out right now.
ASAP.
Tell us what you think about our predictions on Twitter and Instagram. We're hitting up Twitter hard, so do it on Twitter. At West Nale Virus, and that's Nale, Nale. We have a lot to get through and a lot of preseason awards to give out. We're going to come back to this mid-season and see how it's going. And at the end of the season, we will come back to this at the end of the season and look how terrible our predictions were. And then we will give out the actual awards at the end of the season. So this is going to be a lot of fun to keep track of.
Yes.
First off,
all right,
we're going to start with the best one, and that's going to be MVP. The MVP of the season.
Valuable player. This is the regular season MVP. This is not the Super Bowl MVP. That's a completely different thing. Now, for me, I think the MVP of the regular season is going to be Patrick Mahomes.
Oh,
Patrick Mahomes. I think Patrick Mahomes. Obviously, he's always, recently he's always been a contender.
Big surprise.
I know it's kind of a boring pick, but he's. I think he can. I don't know. I think he can string together another good year, and I think this year he'll be able to bring home MVP again. I think.
Yeah, I think it's going to be tougher for him because of how good the Chargers are this year, and so they have to play them twice.
Okay.
But it's a good pick. It's a safe pick, Josiah. That's what I would say. It's a safe pick.
I mean, it is. It is a relatively safe pick. That is true.
My pick is also safe. I'm going with Josh Allen from the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, interesting. Well, I'd like to just throw this out there. Our next award is the Offensive Player of the Year. My Offensive Player of the Year is Josh Allen.
Yeah. So is mine. If he's winning MVP, he's winning Offensive Player of the Year.
A lot of times the Offensive Player of the Year doesn't win the MVP and vice versa. So,
oh no, he's going to win both.
Okay.
It's
all right.
Now they do like the Patriots. Excuse me. They play the Patriots twice, and they have a good defense. But like the Chiefs, that's what I meant to say. They play a good defensive team twice a year, and which is the Patriots. And the Dolphins are not bad, so it's going to be tough. But I think Josh Allen, just the player that he is, very similar to Patrick Mahomes. They're
both very good quarterbacks
and strong arms, mobile. Oh, yeah. So I think Josh Allen wins Offensive Player of the Year. All right, Defensive Player of the Year. Last year, I'm going to say last year's winner. Last year's winner was Aaron Donald, and I thought T.J. Watt was robbed of Defensive Player of the Year.
Well, I agree, and that's why I'm giving it to T.J. Watt. I think he does it. I think he gets it this year. I think he strings together a second great season, and they say, "Hey, we freaked him over last year, and let's just give it to him this year."
let's just give it to him, even though we love Aaron Donald and he sells jerseys.
I mean, Aaron Donald, to be fair, is amazing. The guy is amazing. He's a physical specimen, but yeah, I think TJ Watt's gonna take it
because of TJ Watt. Yeah, because of TJ Watt, I don't know what to think about the Steelers because I'm not too high on them, but they have TJ Watt and their defense seems to be okay.
Big Ben's back.
Yeah, but there's a lot of questions in the air with the Steelers, so I just don't know what to think. I'd love to see TJ Watt do a great job.
Well, you know what? I'm moving to the offensive side of the ball for Rookie of the Year.
Wait, what about me?
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
You got to hear my pick. It's not TJ Watt.
That's right. Yeah. Defensive Player of the Year.
I'm going to go with last year's Defensive Rookie of the Year, and that's Chase Young.
Oh, that's a very good pick. That's a very good pick. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he easily could get defensive player of the year.
Mm-hmm.
That is,
I'm
I
all
mean,
in.
the guy's really good. So,
And the reasoning behind that is with Aaron Donald and TJ Watt, you can double team them. And I don't know if there's scary threats elsewhere. And of course, there's threats, but I don't know like if there's a legit scary threats. But the Washington football team's D line, they have scary threats in every position, which opens up
right.
Chase Young. So who are you going to double this play? Well, we probably should double Chase Young, but we have a scary threat on this side. So I think that's going to open up Chase Young to more playmaking plays.
Gotcha. All right. All right. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. Now, moving on to what?
Offensive rookie of the year.
Offensive rookie of the year. Yes. Well, my last pick was from the Steelers. This pick is from the Steelers. Najee Harris is gonna win offensive rookie of the year. He's running back. He's gonna get to pound it down everyone's throat all year. He's gonna be the bell cow back.
Yeah, we know that Steelers running backs, you're a 3-down back.
Yeah, and it's great every time. James Conner looked good with them. So
well, yeah, and when he was hurt, the guy with the pink dreads, he was amazing. I mean, whatever run, and they've had a good O-line in the past. Not sure how good it is this year. I mean, I know how good it is, and it's not as good as it was in the past with those, with Le'Veon Bell and James Conner and those guys.
I think it's still good though, good enough for him to win offensive rookie of the year.
Now, I'll say Najee Harris is probably. I think he's a better running back as a rookie than Le'Veon Bell and James Conner were. That might be a big take, but
there you go. So. That is a pretty hot take. The Le'Veon Bell pick, at least.
I thought of Najee Harris, but I didn't want to go with him because I didn't know about their O-line. This O-line I am sure of, and there's no more competition with this team. So offensive rookie of the year is going to be Mac Jones, quarterback for the New England Patriots.
I won't lie. He was my second pick.
Mm-hmm. Sitting behind probably the best O-line in the NFL. I think he torches teams.
It's a good pick. It's a very solid pick. There's not a lot to say about it. It's just a good pick.
All right, defensive rookie of the year.
All right, defensive rookie of the year. I'm gonna let you go first on this one.
All right, my defensive rookie of the year is Micah Parsons, linebacker for the Cowboys.
Okay,
he's a good player. So had a good preseason. They're saving him, and he's going to be forced to make a lot of plays. I think on that defensive side of the ball. So I think he proves how good of a player he is. He does need to put on a few more pounds. Hopefully that doesn't affect his speed, but he's going to do great this year, and he's going to easily win defensive rookie of the year.
All right. Well, I am not picking him. I'm taking one of my boys from Georgia that just got drafted.
Oh,
yeah. I'm taking Eric Stokes, cornerback for the Green Bay Packers. He's playing with what's his name? How did I forget his name? Jair Alexander.
Yes.
Yeah, Jair Alexander. And Alexander's talked well of him. And others in that team have spoke well of him. A lot of people have been saying he's a boom or bust prospect. I think he's going to boom. I think he's going to do really well. I think he gets defensive rookie of the year.
I think that's a good pick. With Jair Alexander on the other side, he's lockdown corner. So if he's able to lock down, it's going to leave Stokes and it's going to force him to make plays. And if he makes those plays, defensive rookie of the year for sure.
Right. Yeah. And because they'll have to target on one side you got Jair Alexander, and if he's doing well, then you got to target the rookie. Why not? So,
and he's got to be good. If he has to guard Devontae Adams in practice, he's getting better for sure.
That's true. That is true. That is very true.
And he's going to be pushed because this is their so-called quote last dance, and so he's going to want to play hard for the old men out there.
But speaking of, that's what I was thinking of, by the way, when I said other players on that team. Devontae Adams, he's praised Eric Stokes. He said about Eric Stokes, he's the closest thing to a Jair as far as mentality and ability from what I've seen so far.
Oh,
so he was talking about Eric
high
Stokes.
praise.
Yeah, that is high praise. So,
all right, we're going to go to the division winners. Before we get to our Super Bowl team and our Super Bowl winner, we're going to get to our division winners. So let's start with the NFC West.
NFC West. All right. Interesting one.
Yeah. So we have the 49ers, the Seahawks, the Rams, and the Cardinals.
All right. Well, I'm very interested to hear your pick here. Because I'm taking the Los Angeles Rams. I think, I mean, hey, they've been good year to year to year. There's honestly, this is a very strong division. Any four of these teams could win.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm taking the Rams mostly because I couldn't decide who. And Matthew Stafford just moved to the Rams, and big shock factor kind of thing. I don't know. I just like the story of the Rams doing really well this year. So I'm taking the Rams, but there's any of these teams could take it really.
Yeah, I am getting rid of the Cardinals. Their defense is not good enough to win the division. The Seahawks O-line is not good enough to win the division.
Yeah, the Seahawks are probably the weakest team in this division.
Yeah, we'll see if Russell Wilson can will them to, another NFC West.
He often does.
Yeah. But that leaves me with the Rams and the 49ers because I don't know what's going to happen with Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo. And I know Shanahan is a beast when it comes to calling plays. But they're injury prone. And I love the Rams. Their defense is solid. They have studs on defense.
Yeah.
I like Matthew Stafford, and Sean McVay is a wizard on offense.
Oh, yeah. Sean McVay is an amazing offensive coach.
And there's been reports that they are not holding back. And McVay loves Stafford because Stafford understands everything. He can make every throw. I think the Rams have an explosive offense. And, I mean, Sean McVay made the Super Bowl with Jared Goff as quarterback with a very similar team.
This is very true.
So I'm going with the Rams as well to win the NFC West. All right, let's go to the NFC South. We have the Saints, the Buccaneers, the Panthers, and the Falcons.
Okay, my pick's not very shocking. I'm picking the Buccaneers because they just won the Super Bowl and they literally had the exact same team that they played the entire season with and then won the Super Bowl with. Nothing is changing. Nobody left. They re-signed everybody. They've got the exact same team. They're going to win the division.
Yeah, the only thing that's changed is Tom Brady's age, and he continues to get younger.
Yeah, exactly. The only thing that's changed is Tom Brady's age, and all that's doing is some other announcers going, he's too old this year. He's just too old, and he's going to go, chip on my shoulder, win again.
Yeah, I'm picking the Buccaneers as well. I think the only
there
threat
is no
here. Well, the threat is the Saints' offense.
The Saints, absolutely.
The Panthers and Falcons are not threatening at all. They're not even threatening wild card, in my opinion.
No.
The Saints' offense, I think, actually gets better this year with Jameis Winston as the outright starter. We'll see if they can replace Michael Thomas. But I think Jameis Winston does well, actually, for the Saints. But the Buccaneers' defense is just too good. No one in this division is going to compete with them.
No. The Buccaneers, they got it.
Let's go to the NFC North, Josiah. NFC North, we have the Green Bay Packers, Chicago Bears, Minnesota Vikings, and Detroit Lions.
Well, I think the last dance goes well. I think they got some moves. I think they're gonna win this division. No, absolutely. I think the Packers are gonna take it. I think Aaron Rodgers comes back, he does well. You got Devontae Adams, you got Robert Tonyan, you got
Randall Cobb,
Aaron Jones, Randall Cobb, you got AJ Dillon. He's got a slew of weapons. And it sounds like Stokes is gonna be good. The defensive side, exactly. Stokes is going to be good. Jair Alexander's obviously going to be good. I don't know a whole lot about the rest of the team. Clay Matthews is back.
I don't know if he is or not.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
But they have
Randall Cobb again.
Yeah, they have some good linebackers and young linebackers.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. They're going to easily. I don't want to say easily, but
the only other team that I could see winning it would maybe be. I don't want to say the Vikings, but maybe the Vikings.
Yeah.
If the Bears go crazy, the Lions have no shot at all.
Yeah, I don't think so. Rashawn Gary, he's a linebacker.
Rashawn, yeah.
I think the Vikings have the closest chance to upsetting the Packers and taking the division. The Vikings are getting some defensive players back that I think could compete with the Packers. But the offense for the Green Bay Packers and the experience on the Packers is second to none, and they're going to take the division.
Yeah.
I mean, last year they only lost one game in their division. They went 5-1. So I think it's going to be very much the same this year.
All right.
Last division in the NFC, that is the NFC East, which is always a fun division to watch. We have the Washington football team. Don't change the name. New York Giants, Dallas Cowboys, and Philadelphia Eagles. Josiah, who's winning the NFC East?
I want to hear your pick first.
Oh, what? Why are you doing this to me? Okay. My pick first. All the teams there's 3 teams in this division that are really bad. And Washington football team is not one of those teams. So they're going to win the division solely based off their defense. Their defense is so good. And I do believe that their offense is improved with Ryan Fitzpatrick as quarterback. And I'm a big fan of Heineke. So.
Oh, I am too. Absolutely. No, I am.
Antonio Gibson, Terry McLaurin, Logan Thomas. You can't go wrong.
No.
I think they easily walk through this division and win it.
The Washington football team is the smart pick, which is why I wanted to hear you say the Washington football team before I said the Philadelphia Eagles. I think the
You're crazy.
Eagles shock the world. Either Jalen Hurts just goes off and does really well, or I think Gardner Minshew steps in, takes over. One of those QBs is gonna take the Eagles to winning the NFC East. They're gonna make the playoffs and lose in the first game. But that's what's gonna happen. There's my take. There's my prediction. It's probably wrong, and you're probably right. But
I just don't think the O-line for the Philadelphia Eagles is fast enough to keep up with the Washington football team.
They're pretty bad. But that's my take. That's my little weird one.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't mind watching the Eagles do well. I like Jalen Hurts, and I like Dallas Goedert and Zach Ertz and those guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if their weapons are the best in this league, because the Dallas Cowboys definitely have the best skill position players. If Dak, Zeke, and their wide receivers are all healthy, they're easily the best offense in this division. But their defense is what I worry about. I don't think the Cowboys have a good enough defense. And it's just not going to happen. And same with the Giants. Decent weapons. Okay. I believe in Danny Dimes. I know you don't.
No, I do not.
Their quarterback, Daniel Jones. But to be honest, I think the Eagles finish last in this division.
It wouldn't surprise me. It genuinely wouldn't surprise me. But I kind of wanted to have, a hot take. So there's my hot take.
All right. Moving on to the AFC. We're going to start in the AFC West. The AFC West is the Kansas City Chiefs, Las Vegas Raiders, Los Angeles Chargers, and Denver Broncos. Josiah, I'm not letting you send this one to me. Who is winning the AFC West?
The Chiefs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be the Chiefs. Listen, the Chargers absolutely have a shot. The Chargers, great defense. Justin Herbert. They got a lot of shot. I mean, they got a lot of shot. They got a lot of shots. They got a good shot. we're going with the singular form of shot. But the Chargers have a chance. I think the Chiefs, they get better this year, in my opinion, and I think they still take it.
Yeah. So after your hot take, I'm going to throw in my hot take in the AFC West. I'm going with the Chargers. I don't know if that's a hot take or not.
I was really worried you were going to say hot take Raiders, and then I was going to.
No, I wish. I'm a big Raiders fan, but I think the Chargers defense is better than the Chiefs defense, and that's why they win the division. But it's hard to pick against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, and they have a decent defense as well.
Yeah, Andy Reid's a good coach.
Yeah, and there's more experience on the Chiefs side.
Yeah,
but I'm going with the Chargers. Make this a little bit more exciting. What would be really fun is if the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Chargers all make the playoffs. I think that'd be a lot of fun. That's not happening, but I think that'd be a lot of fun.
There you go.
All right, AFC South, Tennessee Titans, Indianapolis Colts, Houston Texans, Jacksonville Jaguars. I will start this one off, Josiah. This is a bad division. I think it's a really bad division, and the Titans are not bad. I should say the Titans are not bad, but they are easily the best team in this division.
Yeah, absolutely. That's my pick too. I don't think there is another pick in this division. The Colts, they might be starting Carson Wentz, which, honestly, at this point, I wouldn't want to be starting Carson Wentz. But if they're starting Carson Wentz, then,
maybe
they could do okay.
There's a shot. Yeah.
But, if he gets hurt again, or if he doesn't, get the start, then we're sending Jacob Eason, who's I don't think he's ever played in an NFL game. So
it'll be interesting. If the Colts have all their players, I think they're a wild card team. I do.
Yeah, I do.
Well, actually, no, I don't. But
the Titans are just better. The Titans are just better.
Yes.
And the Texans and Jaguars aren't.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked you didn't pick the Jaguars to win this one.
Well.
All right. Yeah, so we're both going with the Titans in the AFC South. Moving on to the AFC East, we have the Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins, New England Patriots, and New York Jets. I think this is the most improved division in the NFL for sure.
I agree. Though I'm not super hyped about the Jets still. The Bills, I think, are going to win this, though. I think the Bills take this division. I assume you're picking the same.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I think the Bills win this division. The Patriots have a shot. They genuinely do have a shot at it, depending on how well Mac Jones does. But the Jets and the Dolphins definitely don't have a chance.
This New England Patriots team is really interesting to me because this is exactly how I would build a team if I was in charge. You'd build a really good O-line. I mean, granted, we are yet to – this is preseason, so their O-line may suck. But as far as we know, are a really good O-line and a very good defense. Their skill positions, we don't know. And this is exactly how I would build a team. Really good defense, really good O-line. You draft a rookie quarterback and you have mediocre skill positions and a bruising running back in Ramondre Stevenson. I love him. I think he's going to be great.
Oh, he's fun.
But granted, he's not going to be their horse work back, 3-down back, as far as we know. Which I think is what I would do too. I would have 2 or 3 running backs.
Oh yeah. It's what's best for fantasy is not what's best for Bill Belichick.
For winning Super Bowls.
Yeah, for winning Super Bowls in other words. Or I mean, hey, even look at the Buccaneers, they are the same way. They win the Super Bowl this past year. Their running backs, there was no.
I would argue though that their skill positions are way better. They have the greatest quarterback of all time. So it's hard to argue.
Absolutely, but yeah, no, I still think they didn't use their one running back. They spread it out between Fournette, Jones, someone else,
Keyshawn
Vaughn. Yeah.
No, Bills easily win this. Their offense is very good. and their defense is very good. So there's very little holes in the Buffalo Bills. All right, AFC East. North. We just did East. AFC North. Pittsburgh, another fun division. Pittsburgh Steelers, Baltimore Ravens, Cleveland Browns, Cincinnati Bengals. Josiah, who are you taking in the AFC North?
Okay, well, I'll tell you this. Bengals, gonna get last. Next up, Steelers. I'm cheering for the Bengals, honestly, at this point. I love Joe Burrow, man. I want to see him do well. They're just not going to be that good this year. Mm-hmm. The Steelers, I think, are going to go next.
Okay.
And then the Ravens and the Browns win it. I think the Browns win this division. I think the Ravens and the Browns are both very good teams. The Browns and Ravens both have pretty good defenses. And pretty good offenses. I think the Browns are finally able to
they're in place to make a run right now.
Swing it. Absolutely they are. Yes.
I'm actually going with the Steelers. And I know I said I have some questions about the Steelers, but because of their defense and how good TJ Watt is, I think they win this division barely, but they win and surprise people. And Big Ben, he's getting close to his last years. He's ready to make a run for it. He's healthy too, healthier this year. So the Pittsburgh Steelers make a run and win the AFC North this year, according to Caleb's predictions.
There you go.
All right, Super Bowl. Who's making the Super Bowl, Josiah?
Super Bowl? Mm-hmm. It's going to be the LA Rams versus the Buffalo Bills. That is going to be the Super Bowl.
No way. Are you serious? That's my pick too.
No way.
Yeah.
Who do you have winning it?
Buffalo Bills.
Gosh dang it, me too. Dang it. You know what? Frick it. Rams.
No. Don't change it. Don't change it. You got to go with your gut. You got it.
Well, yeah, but then we have the same Super Bowl pick. Guys, we did not share our. This is completely separately.
Well, this is the reason why we don't share.
Yes,
so that we get reactions like this.
Yeah.
No, I think that's really funny.
I do too.
All right. Okay, so we both have the Bills winning, and the Super Bowl is going to be Buffalo Bills versus Los Angeles Rams.
Who gets Super Bowl MVP?
Josh Allen. He wins everything.
You know what?
No, it's going to be Cole Beasley.
Cole Beasley. Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's an interesting take. Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Okay. Stop thinking about it. Just tell us.
I mean, I got to pick Josh Allen, I guess. Okay. I got to go with the easy one.
All right. Okay. Worst team in the regular season. Who gets number one draft pick?
I do want to say. Yeah, I do like your pick.
Thank you.
Who gets number one pick?
Yeah. Worst team.
Jets.
Ooh, wow. You don't believe in Zach Wilson?
I believe in Zach Wilson. In fact, I almost picked him for Offensive Rookie of the Year. I just think he's going to look good, and the rest of the team is going to look like doo-doo. I think they're going to do terribly, and they're going to lose almost all their games. That's my opinion. That's my pick. Jets are the worst. They get draft pick, and they better go defense.
I am going with.
They better trade back, is what they better do.
I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars for the second year in a row.
Oh,
they have potential to do well. I was debating between the Jaguars and the Texans, but because
I can see the Texans, that makes sense.
Yeah, but because of Tyrod Taylor and some of the weapons that he has, I mean, I don't know.
Because of Tyrod Taylor and a rookie quarterback is behind him.
Yes, exactly. It's the Tyrod Taylor curse. They won't get last.
Davis Mills is about to be the next Patrick Mahomes, guys. Watch out.
No, he's the next Baker Mayfield, and then whoever the next guy.
Yeah, the next Baker Mayfield, the next
Josh
Herbert. Allen, next Justin Herbert.
Yeah, so I think the Jaguars get last again, and
Tyrod Taylor, man,
and people start questioning Urban Meyer and what he's doing. But then next year, I believe we'll see a jump in with the Jaguars because they have a lot of young guys on defense. I think they get better this year, and Trevor Lawrence starts figuring it out. And James Robinson continues to be a stud. So, I'm a huge James Robinson fan.
Oh, love him. He's great.
Okay, let's get into some individual things. These are our preseason predictions, so they're not technically awards, but we're going to predict the QB with the most touchdowns.
All right, that's the first one?
Yes.
All right. Because I have two options in my head right now. I want to hear your pick.
Okay. I'm going to go through let's just go through all three. We have the QB with the most touchdowns, the most yards, and the most interceptions. Okay, so the QB with the most touchdowns is going to be Russell Wilson. I don't believe in his O-line, but he has amazing wide receivers. And I think they are trying to do more with Russell Wilson, the coaching staff, and they want him to do better. So they kind of open it up and let him do his thing, and he leads the league in touchdowns. Most yards, however, is going to be Matthew Stafford with Sean McVay. I don't know if there can be an argument against that. And then most interceptions is also Russell Wilson. Due to his lack of blocking, he's going to be forced to make tough passes, which end up in interceptions.
All three of my picks are different than yours.
Awesome. I like it.
My quarterback with the most yards, Patrick Mahomes. That's kind of what brings him to winning the MVP this season. He's got a better offensive line this year, and I think he's going to be able to pull out the first. I mean, he's always going to be, Patrick Mahomes is always going to be in the top 5.
Right.
But I think he's able to pull out first this year. He got second last year, I believe. And I don't think he got first the year before that either, but I think he gets first this year. My quarterback with most touchdowns, that's going to be Matthew Stafford. Sean McVay. Let's go.
Yep.
Quarterback with the most interceptions, though, it's going to be the other side of that Matthew Stafford trade. Jared Goff moved to the Lions. He's going to get pressured a lot. His talent surrounding him, not all that good. And he's not all that good. So there you go. I mean, I'm not saying he's bad. He's definitely put together some solid seasons and, went to the Super Bowl. Right. And, but I just don't think I've never been on the Jared Goff train. So
it'll be interesting to see what happens there.
It will be. It will be very interesting because they're obviously trying to rebuild and not doing very well about it.
Right. Last year we have most touchdowns. It was Aaron Rodgers. Neither of us had him on there, which is very interesting because we both think that they will do well. Most yards last year, most yards in 2020 was Deshaun Watson through the air passing. Now this is all passing. Yeah. This is not adding on their rushing stats and things like that. And most interceptions last year, we had Carson Wentz and Drew Lock.
Yeah. Yep.
So nobody is repeating according to us. All right. Moving on to running backs.
Running back.
We have most touchdowns, most yards. And again, we are not counting receiving yards in this. And then we have most fumbles. So most touchdowns. Well, I guess I'll keep going, Josiah. I'll just keep starting and you'll.
Okay. I was gonna.
Okay, go ahead.
I was gonna do it this time because mine guy's kind of a little bit boring.
Okay.
That's kind of a little bit boring. Derrick Henry's gonna three-peat on the yards. I think he just gets enough. He just gets enough, tries. He gets enough carries. He's a bruiser. Why not? He gets most yards, most touchdowns. Alvin Kamara, they're going to be a little more running back dependent with a new quarterback, and he did well last year. And then the running back with the most fumbles is going to be Ezekiel Elliott, who led the league in fumbles last year, and he's going to have more rushing opportunities this year. And so the fumbles will just in general go up because he has more opportunities. I think there'll be a lower percentage of fumbles. So he's not going to fumble as progressively more and more and more, but I think he'll fumble the most.
Okay. I struggled choosing. I like that pick with the fumbles. I I think, and actually, I have the same pick with Ezekiel Elliott. Now he has changed running back, but I think he does lead the league in fumbles.
Yes.
Again. Yes. Yards, like you said last year, Derrick Henry. I'm doing the same thing. He was the only running back over 2,000 yards last year. He's going to lead the league again. However, there is going to be a running back that takes the touchdowns away from Derrick Henry because he led the league in touchdowns and yards last year. And that's going to be Ramondre Stevenson.
You think Ramondre Stevenson is going to lead the league in touchdowns?
Yes. When LeGarrette Blount played for the New England Patriots, he led the league in touchdowns.
That's true.
And that's how Bill Belichick plays. Ramondre Stevenson reminds me of a LeGarrette Blount, and I think he does the same thing.
What year was that?
I don't remember. All right, moving on to wide receiver. I'll start with wide receiver this time, Josiah. Don't tell me any different.
Okay.
Yards. Last year, Stephon Diggs led the league in most yards. This year, it's going to be Devontae Adams.
I thought you were going to say my pick.
No, Devontae Adams is going to lead the league in most yards and touchdowns.
Oh, wow.
And most drops, we are saying, most drops for the wide receiver position is going to be Deontay Johnson of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, he's going to repeat.
Yeah. Was he the most? Did he have the most drops?
He had the most drops last year.
I didn't know that, and I picked him. Hey, man, I must know something.
Yeah. There were two different Pro Football Reference, I believe. They generally give less drops. There were two different things that do the drops. They both had Deontay Johnson leading, one with 15 drops, one with 11 drops. So there you go.
Wow.
Now my wide receivers, most yards, DeAndre Hopkins. I think Kyler Murray is going to be top 5 passing yards, and most of them are going to be to DeAndre Hopkins. That being said, wide receiver most touchdowns, AJ Brown with Julio Jones on the other side. That just helps production. Look at Calvin Ridley. The guy had tons of yards, tons of touchdowns.
Right.
And AJ Brown's he's just a good player. So I think AJ Brown vaults into the most touchdowns spot. And then
Titans
the most drops.
So scary. Oh my gosh.
They are actually
huge players.
Most drops though, Jamar Chase.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, come on. I had to.
Yeah. All right. The tight end position, Josiah. We have yards, touchdowns, and most drops for the tight end position.
Yes, we do. Okay. Well, tight end most yards. It's going to be Travis Kelce. He had the most last year, and he'll have the most this year. He not only had the most last year, actually. I think he had the second most out of all wide receivers and tight ends, if I'm correct. So like all of them put together, or not put together. What? Out of all, that'd be insane. No, he was number 2. I think he's behind Stephon Diggs. Yes. That being said, I said it again. Kelce.
Just so you know, Josiah and I are trying to work on our pronunciation and our vocabulary.
Yeah, our word choice.
Yes, word choice
is the problem. We say a couple of things over and over and over again. So Travis Kelce's gonna have the most yards. Most touchdowns. It's gonna be TJ Hawkinson for the Lions. I think that Goff is gonna lead in interceptions, as I said, but the only passing production he's gonna get is gonna be checkdowns to Hawkinson or to DeAndre Swift. And I think Hawkinson's gonna be good enough to translate those into touchdowns this year.
And tied in with the most drops.
Tight end with the most drops, Pat Freiermuth. All rookie tight ends struggle pretty much, and most of them. And he's not going to be any different. He's going to get a few chances, and he's going to drop most of them this year. I think he'll improve. But
I like your picks.
Thank you.
I have one of the same most yards, Travis Kelce. It's hard to argue.
It is. I mean,
the only one that comes close would be Darren Waller, but I don't think he's going to do that this year.
No, I agree.
I want him to. I hope he does.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Most touchdowns, I'm going with Mark Andrews. He just signed a big contract for the Baltimore Ravens, and he's going to play better. And
all right.
The most touchdowns.
I'm actually surprised you didn't pick Darren Waller because he was my second pick for most touchdowns on the tight end.
Yeah, he actually was. I was debating between him and Andrews. But I'm going with Mark Andrews just because Carr likes to throw the fade, seems like. And with Bryan Edwards now, I think there's going to be a lot of touchdowns with Bryan Edwards when they get in the red zone rather than Darren Waller. Drops. Tyler Kroft of the Jets. With Herndon gone, Kroft, I think, is going to step up into that starter role. And rookie quarterbacks tend to target tight ends more so than not. So, and he's got an arm. Zach Wilson does. So I think he throws it a little bit too hard. He's getting used to this tight end and getting used to the playbook and NFL speed. And he zips too many in for Tyler Kroft and he drops them.
All right, there you go. That's a good pick.
Tyler Kroft.
I respect that.
All right. Most sacks.
Yeah. So I think I know your pick, and I think you know my pick.
TJ Watt for you, Chase Young for me.
Chase Young for you. Yep. TJ Watt, Chase Young. There you go. That's why we think they're going to win Defensive Player of the Year. Just so everyone knows, they're going to get lots of sacks.
Right.
Most interceptions.
I'm going with Tre'Davious White of the Buffalo Bills.
That's a solid pick. I can't really argue with it. My pick though, Denzel Ward, Cleveland Browns. Good. It'd
be about time that a Browns DB. They've been good, but about time they step up.
I was tempted. To pick my boy
Stokes.
Wow, No, not Stokes. Another Georgia guy, Richard LeCount, for the Browns as well. But he's a rookie safety. I don't even know that he's necessarily going to start.
Right.
The only reason I was really tempted to pick him was because I made that prediction in the preseason where he was going to get 2 interceptions, 2 games in a row, and he did it. And I was super excited. So tempting, but no, I think it's going to be Denzel Ward. He's a good cornerback. I think he's just going to get more interceptions this year than he did previous years.
Who's going to own the longest field goal this year?
I can't pick anyone other than Rodrigo Blankenship. I can't pick anyone other. I promise you, this pick, as long as Rodrigo Blankenship is in the league, is going to go to Rodrigo Blankenship.
Well, my picks are going to go
not happen.
Yeah. I wasn't even thinking about Rodrigo Blankenship. Sorry, dude. I was debating between Butker or Tucker. But I'm going with Justin Tucker.
I mean, that's a great pick too.
The number 1 play holder. So this preseason prediction was that at the end of the year, NFL YouTube puts together the top 100 plays of the year. And Josiah and I are picking what player is going to hold the number 1 spot.
Yeah.
So I'll start off. Usually this play is a Hail Mary because I don't think that it's going to be a running back because the running plays just are not going to be a number 1 play. It's going to be a crazy catch or it's going to be a field goal taken back the last second for the win, Alabama-Auburn. But that's not going to happen either. So it's going to be a Hail Mary catch or a one-handed catch in the back of the end zone. And it's going to be by Devontae Adams.
Okay. Getting a lot of Devontae Adams picks this year.
That's my dog, literally.
I mean, he's great. I do love him. You know this. He's been my leading receiver on our fantasy league for years. Love the guy, but no, my number 1 play holder is going to be what you don't think it's going to be, a running back. I think also this is kind of we're kind of showing a little bit of favoritism here, but Nick Chubb. So, guys, by the way, I'm a Georgia fan. He's a Fresno State fan. We're just slightly biased.
But they're both really good players. They're not.
They
bad
are both
picks.
really good players. It's not like they're bad picks. It's not like we're saying. It's not like I'm saying Elijah Holyfield and you're saying Keyshawn Johnson.
Right.
These are good players. These are very good players. Understand that. But no, I think Nick Chubb has his own beast quake this year. And I think he runs over like 4 or 5 guys in one run for a touchdown. It's going to be awesome.
I would like to see that. Okay, we gave our worst team in the regular season. Now let's give our best team, the best record in the regular season. What team are you going with?
I think I have the Chiefs. I can't find my pick, but I think it's the Chiefs.
Well, I know my pick, and it is the Buffalo Bills. I think they handle their division just fine. So there's 6 wins. I think they don't. I don't think they lose in their division. So 6 wins.
Guys, there it is. Best regular season record, Chiefs.
Yep, you knew it. You had it right. All right, so Chiefs and Bills. Okay, we're going with the draft bust of the year.
Draft bust.
I'm going with a round 1 pick. Pick 16 to be exact. Zaven Collins, linebacker for the Arizona Cardinals. He's out of Tulsa. I don't think that I think their offense gets trounced. Defense gets just walked on, trounced, like I said earlier.
Trounced.
Yeah.
And
Zaven Collins turns into a bust. I don't wish busts upon anyone, just so that.
No, listen, we aren't saying we want these guys to not succeed.
I don't think we need to explain ourselves too much, but
yeah, no, you understand.
Right.
This is our prediction for who we think is going to do the worst in terms of where they were picked versus how they do this year specifically.
Second year, they're going to do better.
Yes. Yes. Just they bust this year and next year they boom. That being said, mine's the number 5 pick. Same guy I picked for the most drops in a wide receiver, Jamar Chase. Hey guys, I mean, we've been saying it for a while. Why did they pick him? They didn't need a receiver. They have Tyler Boyd. They have got
T. Higgins.
T. Higgins. There's his name. Why they didn't need another wide receiver. They really didn't. They picked up Jamar Chase.
Didn't look good in preseason.
Made a bunch of drops. They need more offensive linemen. They need a better offensive line. Burrow's going to continue to get sacked. Hopefully he doesn't get injured again. So if they don't sit Burrow to avoid that and he doesn't get injured, then he's going to be pressured all the time. And if they do sit him or he gets injured, then there's going to be a backup quarterback getting pressured all the time. Jamar Chase is just not going to be worth that number 5 pick. Nope. It's just not. No, this year that number 5 pick is going to look so stupid.
Yeah,
that's my thought.
I got to be honest. That was my favorite to bust. Wow, I can see myself. But it was too easy, so I wanted to go with someone else. And Penei Sewell hasn't looked good either, by the way.
Right.
Which I'm surprised.
Yeah.
However, I'm going with Zaven Collins. And Jamar Chase.
All right.
Coach of the year.
All right, mine's. I'm going to say mine because mine is very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Please,
John Gruden.
Wow. What?
Oakland Raiders.
Okay, I like that.
I know this isn't really how Coach of the Year works, but it's actually going to either go to McDermott or Andy Reid probably. But that being said, I'm saying John Gruden. I think they're going to be the most improved team. I think Gruden's plan is he's got a plan. He's been working on it for a little while. I think it's finally coming to fruition, and I think they improve a lot this year. They look way better. They don't compete for the Super Bowl. Let's be clear. They're not competing for the Super Bowl.
Do they make the playoffs?
They get close. They might win a wild card spot.
Okay.
They might win a wild card spot. And if they do, Gruden. Absolutely.
I'm going with the easy one, Sean McDermott of the Buffalo Bills. They're too good.
I almost picked him. That was I literally have his name pulled up. But no.
You want to know a dark horse? Bill Belichick.
Bill Belichick. That would be very interesting, but not impossible. Not impossible at all. What's that? We'll have to see.
Okay, speaking of dark horses, dark horse player of the year. I'm giving mine to Myles Gaskin, running back for the Miami Dolphins.
A lot of people have been down on him this year.
Yes, but I picked this 3 days ago, and I picked Myles Gaskin, and a report came out I read today that Myles Gaskin is looking like he's going to be used as a 3-down back, and he's going to be a workhorse.
Frick, yes, I've got him in all my fantasy leagues.
So I know that made my pick really happy. I was really happy with my pick for the dark horse player of the year. So just in fantasy leagues, I think he's going to be the dark horse. And I hope in real life he is the dark horse and he comes out blazing on all cylinders, firing on all cylinders. That's the saying.
There we go. All right. My pick is going to be Kenneth Gainwell.
Ooh.
For the Philadelphia Eagles, rookie running back. They've got a few different running backs there. They've got Miles Robinson. They have
Boston Scott,
and
they have Gainwell is number 3, I believe.
Kenneth Gainwell, yeah, he's number 3. I think this is going to be kind of a James Robinson situation where it looks like Miles Robinson is the clear starting running back right now.
Miles Sanders.
So it's a little. What did I say?
Miles Robinson.
Oh,
you're combining running backs.
My brain scrambled, guys. Miles Sanders is his name. He's the clear starting running back for now. But I think either he gets hurt or honestly, I think Kenneth Gainwell is just going to separate himself as the clear best running back. I think Kenneth Gainwell is going to look better than people expected.
He already has.
Yeah, and he already has looked better than people expected, and I think he's going to continue looking better than people expected. So yeah, I think he's going to separate himself, become the Eagles' starting running back, and he's going to break out this year.
Yeah, Miles Sanders has been disappointing. He's a good player, but he's a little disappointing. Boston Scott is clear number. I mean, he's number 2 right now, but he's clearly not up to Gainwell talent. And in my opinion, and Gainwell will be the starting running back in Philadelphia soon, if not this year, soon. Player that gets penalized the most for taunting. I'm going with Tyrann Mathieu.
Oh, 2 different Chiefs players.
You said Tyreek Hill.
The ball. I said Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill, Tyrann Mathieu. Those make sense.
Well,
all right.
This is not fined for hitting it's only taunting.
Specifically the taunting rule, because they've made all these new changes and stuff. Well, they made one new change.
The No Fun League has.
Really stupid. Mm-hmm. I don't know if anybody saw in the preseason, but I believe it was a Titans running back.
Colts running back.
Ran straight up Colts running back. That's what it was. Colors. Colts running back went straight up the middle, carried a bunch of guys like 5 yards or something like that. It was pretty far. It might have been
flexed
10
on
yards.
him.
Yeah, stands up, goes, flexes. That's it.
Fine. Penalty.
You suck. You can't do that. You can't flex. We're scared of that. We're scared of your big muscles.
It spreads COVID.
Yeah,
taunting
flexing.
Yeah. Taunting spreads COVID.
Include more oxygen being released, and I don't know. It's just something.
It's really stupid.
It's really dumb. I don't know why the taunting rule has been changed. It didn't need to be changed. Honestly, if it was changed, I would have changed it the other way.
It wasn't even changed. It was added.
Well, I mean, because you could already. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
But
they already got in trouble for taunting. I mean, Tyreek Hill used to get in trouble a lot for doing the peace signs, and
that's so stupid. It's so dumb.
It is. It's really dumb. I mean, that kind of thing, I understand why it would be really annoying as a player. Like,
no, they need to you need to toughen up and get over it.
But
if it's disrespectful, throw the flag.
I just don't think. Yeah, exactly. I agree. No, I don't think. I can understand why the players would not like it, but I don't understand why it would be against the rules. It's really stupid. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't hurt anyone. Yeah, if it's disrespectful, as you said, like they're holding up a middle finger or something like that, then sure.
Whoa. All right, which O-line? You're getting out handed, Josiah. Which O-line gives up the most sacks?
Jets.
I'm going with the Bengals.
All right. I mean, hey, it makes sense. For me, Zach Wilson, rookie quarterback, not a lot of good weapons. He's just not going to have guys get open soon enough. He's not going to be able to do well enough. Their line isn't very good. He's going to get sacked. That's just,
I'm going with the Bengals O-line because they play Myles Garrett twice. They play TJ Watt twice. And the Ravens have a good defense, and they play them twice. They're giving up the most sacks.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, the highest scoring game in the regular season.
Okay. I don't know what your pick is, but my pick, I would not be surprised if you had my pick. Week 5.
Okay.
Bills versus Chiefs.
Oh, wow. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But no, that is not my pick.
Okay, well, yeah. Bills versus Chiefs. I was like, hey, you know what? Let's go check if the Bills and Chiefs play each other. And then when they did, I knew there was no other pick for me. Bills versus Chiefs. I think the Chiefs will win it just by a little bit. But if you remember, I picked the Bills to win the Super Bowl. I think the Bills are going to come back, beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. And there you go.
Week 14, Rams at Arizona Cardinals. That is going to be
that's a good one too.
That's the second time they play each other. So there's going to be a little bit more film on the defense. So I was debating on to take the first game or the second game. And, my gut and everything is telling me to go with the first week because it's week 4. They haven't prepped. I mean, maybe they haven't shown their entire playbook, things like that. And week 4 ends up being a shootout. I think the second game, actually, week 14 turns into a shootout because they now know their defenses. They have a lot of film on the defense.
That's a good pick.
So I'm going Rams, Cardinals, week 14 in Arizona.
Absolutely. I respect that. That's a great pick. That's going to be, those are going to be 2 gunslinging teams this year. Yeah. 4 gunslinging teams this year.
Lowest scoring game.
Definitely, but low scoring game. Week 2. Week 2, Bears versus the Bengals.
Bears, Bengals. Okay.
Bengals.
I could see that.
Bengals are going to win it. It's not going to be a fun game to watch, though.
I have week 4, Tampa Bay Buccaneers at New England Patriots.
Oh, that's a pretty good pick, too. That is a pretty good pick, except it's on the other side of what I was picking. I was picking because these offenses are crap.
Right.
Those defenses are really good.
Right.
The Bears defense, though, is also pretty good.
Yeah, they're decent.
We'll see.
Oh, okay. This is going to be fun. That's it for our picks. Go follow us on Twitter, West Nale Virus, Instagram, West Nale Virus, TikTok, West Nale Virus. Tell your friends about the virus and tell them to get on here. We are looking to setting up a voicemail so that you can let us know what you think. But right now, go on Twitter, tell us your predictions. You can make the same predictions we did. I'll take a picture and
absolutely. Well, yeah. Let us know. Let us know if you think our picks are good. Let us know if you agree with us. Let us know if you don't. But some of them definitely aren't. But some of them are a little safe. Let's be honest.
Oh, it's good.
One of us is probably going to get the MVP pick. We'll see.
Well, everybody, thanks for listening. Go spread the virus. Yes. And we will see you soon as because this show is constantly changing. We are still finding our identity
Yeah, we're new, guys. We're new. We're sorry.
Oh,
but
YouTube.
We're super excited to have you here.
Go on YouTube. We're on YouTube, West Nile Virus. Probably should have said that in the beginning.
Yes. And we might be uploading to a few other video sites, but none yet. So
we'll let you know.
We'll let you know.
Hey, God bless. And we be safe, stay healthy. And from both of us, go Dogs.